biggest prospect debates currently in the NHL is who is better, Cole Caufield or Nicholas Robertson, two amazing American prospects whose rights happen to be owned by two rival teams. So naturally, the fan bases are making this into a debate. So I thought I would get a Leafs fan onto the channel and we would discuss who is better between the two. So the quest began. I searched for days for a Leafs fan. Oh, but I had standards. Firstly, they had to be a Leafs fan. Secondly, I had to get along with them. Third, they need to have a YouTube channel. It had seemed like I had found the perfect option. Steve Dangle. Oh, wait. What's this? Oh, To The Point Hockey? I guess he'll do. He's incredibly smart and totally unbiased. This is perfect. As for the Cole Caufield versus Robertson debate, I'm going to go first and say, did Robertson get 72 goals? Yeah, I didn't think so. You also need to factor in the impact these players have on their respective teams in the future. Robertson will be going on to a stacked forward group that he will only make better. As for Caufield, he will be going into a team where in the future where he could be the primary source of scoring. Going to a roster with players like Nick Suzuki and Jesperi Kotkaniemi, who have potential to score goals, but not like Cole Caufield can. Caufield can score goals, and he has proven that. Cole Caufield isn't the biggest guy, but his shot is absolutely lethal. He can get a shot off from an impossible angle and still get it to go in. He is a special player that can change the game for the Montreal Canadiens. As for Robertson, he's also a great player. He has great hockey IQ and continues to get better. Robertson is something all Leafs fans should look forward to. He's a great prospect. Robertson played 4 games in the postseason with the Leafs. Robertson played 4 games in the postseason for the Leafs. He looked really confident. I think Robertson will be a great fit on the Leafs in the future. However, I don't think he's as valuable to the Leafs as Caufield is to the Habs. So in my opinion, Cole Caufield is better than Nicholas Robertson. Caufield could easily have the Rocket Richard Trophy in his cabinet before the end of his career. In a past video, I compared him to the one and only Alexander Ovechkin. Caufield is going to have an extra year to develop, and in his first year with Wisconsin, he was the freshman of the year in the NCAA for his conference. Caufield could be an NHL superstar, and I just don't see Robertson being in that conversation. While Robertson is a great prospect on the Leafs team where they already have a ton of forward depth, I don't see him being onto the top line and getting the ice time he needs to produce. Enough with me, now it's time for the legend TTPH to make his channel debut. Take it away, sir.
Alright, so Angus asked me to come on the channel to give my thoughts about the Robertson-Caufield debate, which guy do I think is better. But first off, right away, I had to ask him, how long does this video have to be? Because usually I would just make it 10 seconds or something, because we all know that Robertson is better than Cole Caufield. It is like saying the sky is blue, but he wanted me to come on the channel to give my thoughts about both of these players and then say who I do think is better. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to give you my thoughts about Cole Caufield and Nicholas Robertson, compare them together. Now this is coming from a Leafs fan, so you're probably thinking I'm probably going to be more biased to Robertson, but I'm going to explain to you why Robertson is better than Cole Caufield in this short video right now, and Angus will probably tell you why Caufield is better than Robertson, because he's a Habs fan. So let's just talk about who are these players. So Cole Caufield was drafted 15th overall, so in the first round, by the Montreal Canadiens in the 2019 NHL entry draft. And I do think this was a steal for them at this point. Cole Caufield was probably projected to go in the top 10, but I do think a lot of teams pass on him just because of his height. He is one of those shorter guys, but I do think he still does bring a lot of talent to the table, and he will help the Montreal Canadiens in the future. I do believe that Cole Caufield is their best prospect right now, and he certainly will do well with them in the future. And then you have Nicholas Robertson. He was also drafted in the 2019 NHL entry draft, but in the second round, 53rd overall. Yeah, 53rd overall, and we're comparing two separate guys. One who was drafted in the first round, and one who was drafted towards the end of the second round. But looking at Nicholas Robertson, he's a really great player and for sure a steal at this end of the second round. That is a great pick for the Leafs. The Leafs didn't have a first round pick that year, but Dubas is like, you know what? Yes, we do. We're going to draft Nicholas Robertson. Teams did pass on him, also probably because of his height. He is a shorter guy, a little bit taller than Cole Caufield, but he's still pretty short. But just like Cole Caufield, does bring a lot of talent to the table, brings a lot of skill up front, and brings a lot to your group to help you improve in the future. So the Leafs do draft this guy named Nicholas Robertson towards the end of the second round. He played multiple NHL games with the Toronto Maple Leafs in the Stanley Cup playoffs, while Cole Caufield has yet to play his first NHL game. So you're probably like, a guy that was drafted towards the end of the second round actually played in an NHL game compared to a guy who's drafted 15th overall didn't even play in an NHL game. And in fact, if you look at that draft class, the guy drafted 4th overall in that draft year didn't even play a game. So the guy 53rd overall played a game, the guy 4th overall didn't play a game. Interesting there. Nicholas Robertson was one of 7 NHL players to play from the 2019 draft class. One of 7 NHL players. Only 7 guys played in the 2019-20 season / the playoffs, and Nicholas Robertson is one of them. They are the top 3 picks, Hughes, Kakko, and Doc, and then random 3 guys in the first round, and then Nicholas Robertson, and that's it. Pretty incredible, right? Now, it is hard to compare both Robertson and Caufield because both of them have barely played any games in the NHL. Cole Caufield hasn't even played a game in the NHL. He is still developing, and it's hard to compare them right now at the start of their careers. But right now, I'm going to have to say Nicholas Robertson is better. You know what? That guy's a lot of talent that he brought to the table and will bring a ton in the future. We don't know if he will crack the lineup this season because the Leafs have so many top forwards, but he would easily crack the lineup on any other team. But the Leafs have so many forwards. I do still believe he will crack the lineup, probably 3rd or 4th line. And I do think actually in the playoffs last season, he did play on the second line along Tavares and Nylander once, I'm pretty sure. But this guy's a lot of talent ahead of him. He's a really young guy, has a bright future ahead of him, is a really fast guy. That's great for the Leafs. He has so much to bring to the table that you can't not be happy with this pick, especially at the end of the second round. And then you have Cole Caufield, who was taken out of the U.S. National Development Program, and I do think he has a lot to bring to the table, except he's going to need more time to develop. I don't know if we can see him play this season. Maybe we can see him play this season, maybe in the middle of the season, but he does need time to develop. Unlike Robertson, who was ready right off the bat. For his first season, he played in the minors. Then, in the playoffs, he was right up there and should play in the lineup next season. So that's why I'm going to say Robertson is better than Caufield right now. Robertson has proved more in the NHL right now, especially after being drafted over 30 picks after Cole Caufield. And what I've seen from both players, I just have to give it to Nicholas Robertson. His speed, his talent, his overall game, to me, stands out more than Cole Caufield does, and I do believe that he will be the better player in the future.
I want to thank To The Point Hockey for hopping on the channel and discussing this with me. Go subscribe to him. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching. I want to address the elephant in the room right now. Only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video, make sure that you hit that like button and subscribe. It would really mean a lot, and we're trying to get to 500 subscribers. Can we hit it by the next time I upload a video? Let's see what happens. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye, everyone.